Hold on, we on? Yeah, we on. Let me go ahead and bring this. Hey, but look, Charles Higgins in the third. Bring that intro.
I'm listening to Frankie J, watching my comics. L to the P, breaking down my comics with Midnight Assassin.
Woo! Welcome back, fellow knowledge seekers. It is my comics busting through your speakers. I am Frankie J. This is Midnight Assassin. And we have the real revelation. If you don't know, it's Charles Hazen III. He created the intro, the rap version for the video.
Glad to be here.
Finally on.
You can't come in without the real revelation.
I like that.
The real revelation.
So this week we're gonna get into Umbrella Academy and talk about it a little bit. Give our thoughts on it, I guess. Everybody want to start? You know, they want to start with.
Did you watch it?
I watched all. I finished the last 3 episodes today. I waited because I didn't want to forget any key parts. For me, to me, episodes 1 through 3 was kind of slow, and then 4 through 6 kind of sped it up for me, and I started understanding the concept. Honestly, I kind of feel like it was multiverse of madness thrown in with the MCU's timeline stuff, and that kind of stuff. But I
think episode 4 is when they started really foreshadowing things. Like when they was at that scene and Diego and Five and old girl went off talking, and it was talking about going back in the past to stop it from happening.
Right.
And Diego walks up, because I thought it was interesting the second time go around when they said, when Diego's like, "Do you mind?" And Five is like, "Yeah," and then walked off. Like, okay, because I'm like, yeah, usually people gonna say no, like,
right.
I don't mind. But with him saying yeah, I'm like, okay, I saw that a little differently after I've seen the whole thing.
Right. And then I like the dynamic that they had with what's the girl who went to the guy with the powers of sound? I can't remember her name.
You talking about Victor?
Victor, right? Victor, and then Hargreaves. I like the relationship that they developed kind of towards the end, where they kind of closed that loop. And this timeline, Hargreaves respected her. You know, like, you know, that I thought that was pretty nice. And to be honest with you, okay, so I was online. We was talking about this before. I was online. I seen that the internet is not liking the last season. Like, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a bad score. So I was trying to, like, in my head, like, it wasn't really bad, you know. But I think for all the characters, I think they understood the assignment and they got it right.
Yeah. I mean, the way I saw it was like, you know, it started off real slow, like you said. It was kind of like, you know, the different, you know, universe where it's like they gave up. They no longer had their powers. It was just like, you know, there was no longer an Umbrella Academy because, like, none of them had their abilities, and it was just like they had to figure out life on their own. And I thought that's the direction they were going to take it. And then all of a sudden, like, little tidbits of the Marigold appearing, and then little tidbits of, like, you know, Five getting his ability and going down under, like, without the briefcase, he's able to, like, teleport, and it's like he's in the land at the same time, same, you know, just a different dimension, and all that stuff just starts unfolding, and then you just see, like, these other avenues that the show just starts to take. I wasn't really expecting. I couldn't really, like, predict, like, where they're going to take it next, and it's just like all this other stuff just started happening. And I was just like, oh, and then, like you said, like, you know, after, like, you know, the last couple episodes, everything just, like, went out of control. And so it was just build up. So I enjoyed that. And then, you know, just to build up, and then, you know, it kind of gave us closure on, like, okay, this is the finale. This is it. And, you know, I mean, yeah, that was it for the Umbrella Academy.
No.
I kind of felt like, I ain't gonna lie, I did expect a little bit more for it to be the finale, you know,
like a big battle or something.
Yeah, but I don't see why it's getting, I guess, as much hate as it is getting.
They kind of took the Matrix way out, like the savior way. They all gave themselves up.
I agree with him. I don't understand why it's getting so much hate in it because listen, this what I can say about this season was they gave me a little bit of The Boys as in goriness. You know, the way they was taking people out. They away from MCU type stuff was kind of clean. And then they gave us some concepts. Instead of the Umbrella Academy, we had the Umbrella Effect. You know what I'm saying? That's when they had the tattoos upside down. And the whole time, the team was thinking that the people that was working for Gene and Gene the Keepers was really working for their dad, but they wasn't. He had nothing to do with that the whole time. Like that, all the followers or whatever, they thought, you know, the team thought they was agents of his dad. I thought if you wasn't paying attention, that you might have went that way. But the whole time that was going on. And then the other piece was we went back to the beginning, or was it second season when they explained the thing about Hargraves releasing his wife's essence into the world, and that's what caused the whole Umbrella Effect. Yeah, and that's how the kids was born.
Now that did make me question though at the very end though, with those plants growing. Like, is more gonna be released into that new timeline? Because the show looked like someone was sprinkling up out of those flowers. So
listen,
I thought everything was just being destroyed, and then it's kind of like how Marvel had like the one sacred timeline. It seemed like it was just correcting itself, and it was just going to be like that one timeline. And we as the viewers were following another timeline that wasn't supposed to exist, and they gave themselves up to save the main timeline.
Yeah.
And then like five the whole time through all the episodes was the key to figuring out, because he could go between timelines. And then the end, I was thrown off when he went into the restaurant. I'm like, what we about to do? And then he explained it like, man, we just gave up. He's like, I ain't giving up. I like this. I like the storyline we got with Lila and Five. You know what I'm saying? The 7 years in the wherever he was.
That was wild, man. That was wild. Like, they had a whole life together. Like, it's like this dude went off with his wife and came back like in love. It's like they just went to the store and came back, but they were gone 7 years. He's
right.
Coming back. And it's
I still think he a dog for that. He a dog for that. That's your brother's wife, man.
Yeah. Hey, but 7 years and the 7 years over there. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't caring like the sanctity of marriage and everything. I'm just like, yo, like this dude's a dog. Like, that's why when the booger was eating him up, I was like, yeah, he needs to go.
Man. And then I like Allison's and Cloud's relationship. But sometimes with Cloud, I don't be knowing where they going with him. It's just he's just been
he just be super selfish sometimes, just be a junkie and don't be like, it's like sometimes he'll help, but then sometimes he just like on something else. And it's like, he kind of like reminds me of like the opposite spectrum of like Ben. Like they both don't really care, but they do stuff selfishly. And it don't matter like who gets hurt and what they do. Like Ben just gave everybody the marigold when they didn't want it.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Ben, punk ass.
He's just been like that since the start. Well, the new Ben, like the original Ben, where he was just always dead and he was just helping out. What's his name? I just lost his name.
Klaus.
Yeah, he was helping Klaus out. Like that was a good Ben. Like that Ben cared. He wanted to help out. This Ben from Sparrows,
Ben was an ass.
Yeah,
he was an a-hole the whole time. And then what was it? Was it the third? It was the third episode or this? It was the third. Was it the third? When the girl crawled out the squid. That was. I thought they was gonna close that up and let us know maybe Ben was the squid or something.
I was like, how they gonna like do this? Is he gonna turn into the squid and she gonna be inside him? But no, they just went boogers. They just went whole boogers.
Oh, listen, that was
And
disgusting.
hey, it's interesting that both their favorite movie was The Blob.
Yeah.
And that's what they ended up turning into.
Yup.
That was a great concept that they put on there too. Good point. Good point.
Man. But they were gross when they were turning into it, man. When they was halfway, they breathing out his like shoulder and stuff. Like, I love her so much. Like we're meant to be together. It's like, oh man. Ugh.
I don't like
call that. They it's some term that I heard on Rick and Morty when they gross like that.
Oh, they do something gross.
Like, cause like on the there was like the last episode of the first season when he gave him that like love thing, but since he was sick, it started causing everyone to change and stuff.
Oh, love potion number 9.
And
Cronenberg.
There you go.
Cronenberg.
Yeah.
I love the fact you watch Rick and Morty. Yes. That's
yeah.
Yeah, they Cronenberg the whole universe. Then they went to another universe where they died and then buried themselves in the backyard and took over their lives.
It looked like that's what they was doing when they was turning into monsters.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Like, okay, so they doing that Cronenberg stuff.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty. Yeah.
Yes, bro. Rick and Morty. Hey,
yeah.
Revelation. Have you watched Peacemaker?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell this dude Peacemaker is the show.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell him.
I got a question. Have you watched From? Have you watched Unprison? Right, exactly.
I have watched From. That show.
It's
hard to start that show and then not get into it. Like, okay, what the hell is going on? But
From, listen. You listen.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
With the dude from the Matrix in it, you used to have the dreadlocks.
Yeah.
I watched that. I did watch. I watched the first season. Yeah.
I think I was reading something online. It's a movie that's out. I don't know if it's The Watchers or I can't remember the name of the other movie, but they were saying that those things that's in the forest from is the same as The Watchers. And I was like, I haven't had a chance to watch The Watchers. But I was like looking like, maybe not. But I'm gonna check it out. And then maybe we can do a show a little bit later on that right there.
Okay.
If it ain't comic book related, I ain't trying to hear it.
It is comic book. Listen, you ain't read the mission statement for my comic. We talk about TV shows too. Read the mission statement. You read the mission.
Where you pointing at?
You.
He pointed at me.
He need to be pointing. Oh, the other direction.
He probably got.
I'm not pointing right.
There you go.
This right?
I ain't finna tell you. I'm finna just let you be wrong. He gonna switch it up.
Oh, there you go. Anyway, so
yeah.
I think for me, I'm kind of peed off right now with a couple of shows because again, Umbrella Academy last season, it's like, okay, well, what y'all gonna have next?
I think they doing a show of is it Irredeemable with that character, the Plutonian. He's worse than Homelander, worse than he's worse than Homelander, worse than Omni-Man.
What?
Dude, but that's what DC, ain't it?
I'm not sure who they with.
Plutonian. I know what you're talking about too.
It's called Irredeemable.
God damn, where my phone at? Sorry about the cuss.
he went crazy. I mean, from the jump, you just seeing him from the jump going crazy.
Right. I remember
Yeah.
reading about that, but then I didn't hear anything else about it. Kind of like excuse me. Let's go to the news real fast, and we'll come back to the show thing. So I text Midnight Assassin, and I was just telling him real revelation about it. Watchmen Chapter 1 is out. It's there. When it's supposed to come out though?
It's the comic.
No, they said it was doing a adaptation. Kind of like Blade. Hey, y'all know another show we need to really do?
You gonna say Blade? I heard you say it.
No, we need to talk about how the comic book world hates on the African American character or just black characters. And the reason why I say that is I know some people don't want to bring back a new Black Panther. All right, that's cool. But why does it take us so long for us to get Blade out? Why we ain't want to do nothing with Monica Rambeau? We got Luke Cage out there in Netflix world. Y'all don't brought over Daredevil. You don't brought over Punisher. But you ain't brought over Luke Cage. Like, what's going on?
I think Luke Cage might be one of those they want to keep under the wraps, because if they're still going with that timeline, then Luke Cage is basically a boss right now. That's how they finished the show out. So
Right.
He might be like someone that ends up battling with Daredevil.
And that would be a great storyline.
Yeah.
I mean, but you know what? They bring out, what's his name? Kingpin.
Oh, yep.
And Kingpin probably can push Luke Cage out of power in Harlem. But listen, I was looking at that today, and I was like, man, that is kind of true. We keep getting these little bits and pieces. I mean, we do got Captain America, New World Order coming out February 2025, and that's got Falcon in the lead. But then I mean, they forgot to do something with War Machine. You know what I'm saying? His series got kind of like canceled.
Oh, he was supposed to get a series, bro.
Yeah, Armor Wars.
Like we finally got a black character that wasn't turned black, and they don't give us the show.
And we got Wonder Man with the guy who played Candyman.
And Black Manta.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
But
we go get Blue Marvel.
Yeah, right. He played Black Manta, so he's supposed to play Wonder Man in the MCU, but it's kind of like under wraps. We got Riri Williams. Technically, they supposed to be moving forward, but we ain't getting anything with it. And this is what I will say: I don't care for Robert Downey Jr. being Dr. Doom. I get there's gonna be a different timeline and all that kind of stuff. But Riri Williams come in fighting Dr. Doom and it's Robert Downey Jr. No, I don't know if that sit right with me. I don't know.
I don't know, man. They I guess they trying stuff. We'll see, man. It's like hit or miss with them sometimes. Sometimes they got to put down, and then sometimes they just want to.
They had to rework a bunch of stuff on Disney Plus because they was noticing how so many people just kept dogging all the shows they kept coming out with.
Yeah.
So I think they said we're gonna focus on quality instead of quantity.
It ain't quality.
No, I heard. They was focusing on woke shows, and then nobody was watching them. And so it was like, well, we gonna go back.
No. So here's the thing, and I know you're gonna argue me down on this one, but it's a different day and time. And I was explaining this to you last week. Before, all you got is a trailer. Wasn't no social media, wasn't that much social media. All you guys a trailer, and then you went in and seen the movie. Now we got social media, and while the movie or series in production, Mugs is putting out every hating statement possible to keep people from viewing. So to me, they're shaping the narrative to keep people from reviewing it. Brie Larson, for instance, Brie Larson is a great actress. I think as Captain Marvel, she does a great job. It mirrors what she is in the comic book. She is not a girly girl. Neither is this Monica Rambeau they got on screen.
And she isn't that likable either.
Right. She's not likable. And Monica Rambeau is not likable. She talks trash the whole entire comic book. You might get a couple of love scenes or whatever. She is no different than Wonder Woman. But people will love Wonder Woman, right? But hate on a Monica Rambeau and Brie Larson. And all because of one reason and one reason only. Because they hate the actress, which I'm going to close it out with this right here. The reason why they bring in Robert Downey Jr. back as Dr. Doom is because they're going with what you said. What you said, Midnight Assassin, where the actor is the one that's bringing people to the screen. But again, was Falcon and Winter Soldier a bad show? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. But because it talked about woke content,
Man,
I think it would have been better if it came out when it was supposed to come out.
well, COVID.
Yeah.
I think Falcon and the Winter Soldier was a really good show.
But guess what? It was shot down. It won't be remembered unless we keep it alive.
True.
WandaVision will be put above Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And really, the first 4 or 5 episodes of WandaVision, remember, it's like, what's
Yeah.
They were hard to watch. They were hard to watch.
You're like, hold on, what's going
I
on?
skip past them anytime I rewatch the show. So
Yeah.
So, and then
But Miss Marvel,
Miss Marvel, I actually
I think
enjoyed.
that was just all right.
Right. I enjoyed it as like a Christmas show. You know what I'm saying? Like Christmas. Kind of like what's the chick who became the new Hawkeye? Like we forgot about
Kate
that.
Bishop.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
We forgot about that show. And that show there, it wasn't a bad show. So series and what people looking at, Multiverse of Madness, a lot of people was hating on that, but Multiverse of Madness is a classic. It's gonna be a classic. Watch. You're gonna be sitting at your desk and be because you flip through your computer. You be like, oh, let me check out Multiverse of Madness. Oh shit, I didn't know they did this in it. I didn't know the Dark Hole was doing this. I didn't know you could dream.
Yeah.
but we ain't never gonna forget about my favorite,
Loki.
Captain Carter.
Oh man, listen.
Bro, my favorite, Captain Carter. I love me some Captain Carter. When she came out there and went, what if, man? I was like, oh my God.
They
hit that perfect.
You talking about the show?
not the first season, the second season of What If, because they centered it around a female. A lot of mugs was hating on it. And I'm like, it's Captain Carter.
Bro.
Like, she's a beast.
Bro.
Captain Carter.
Point. I'm telling you. Captain
Carter.
Bro, she was hitting harder than Captain America. She was hitting harder than Steve Rogers. Like, her hits was lethal. Like, Steve Rogers hits you and knock you out. It's just, change your life. You're in a coma. When she hits you, you're dead. That's it. Life done. Like,
But she also wasn't tiny like Steve Rogers was.
Yeah, she was.
The serum, so
yeah. But I mean, bro, like when the way they did her character and told her story, I was just like, I have been impressed since day one. I mean, that's the first time they told a story like that. I'm just like out of my seat. Automatically, I'm like, yo, Captain America sucks. Captain Carter on point. That's just how I got it.
You know somebody.
I don't see it. She's she's just she's there. I don't see the big deal about her.
You're entitled to your own opinions. Just don't share them on the show. Just keep
Nah, but yeah. So, I ain't gonna lie. When Captain Carter first came out, she was a beast. I mean, I was like, but they did her wrong in Multiverse of Madness.
Bro, yeah.
You know I'm talking about with that one. They did her wrong. Like they did, but you know what? That was another thing I wanted to point out to you because again, I was watching. That's why I ain't watch no shows because I keep going back to the old shows and watching them again. I watched Multiverse of Madness Friday last week just because I was thinking about the fight scenes and it was what you said back in the day when we said Batman, why Batman and Robin street level characters get all this play and you got these superstars, right? And so with Scarlet Witch's fight with Black Bolt, Reed Richards, and Photon, why we get a fight scene with Captain Carter?
That's that same crap that Titans kept pulling off. It's like, you know, you got Superboy, you got Starfire, you got, and they all the karate people want to get time. It's like, no, man. Y'all do karate another time, man. We got superpowers. What are y'all doing?
Right. And that's what they did. They gave Captain Carter her time, Wanda caught the shield and split her in half. I was like, dang, that's just like that. And listen, I watched it again. Professor Xavier, that was the reason why I watched it again. I was like, how did she get this dude so easy? Like she snuck up behind him, grabbed him by his head. That was it.
I didn't understand that one.
Bro, who's worse?
How she gonna be able to creep in his mind that easily?
Yeah. But who's worse? Wanda or what's her name?
Cassandra Nova.
Cassandra Nova.
I knew you were gonna say it. Cassandra Nova.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. Like she was just ripping skin off, like sticking her fingers in heads and stuff. I'm like it's like nothing you could do to stop her. Like I mean, no reason. Like, you know, at least with Wanda, like she wanted to be a mother. Like it's like you could kind of like reason with her. Cassandra Nova was just straight up just evil.
Well, that's the difference that they was making. With Cassandra, but Wanda still has a conscience. She wasn't evil. She gave you a chance. Every time she was like, listen, y'all can turn the kid over now, and then I'll make it easier. She would talk first. Cassandra Nova wasn't talking.
She was born evil.
Right. She
was born evil.
So Cassandra Nova, I can't even say she anybody from the boys. Cassandra Nova's burn bright. Like she just came out evil. Like evil. She
mutant enemy number one.
Yeah.
Right. She coming in. I can't even say Sabretooth. Even Sabretooth kind of had a heart.
Yeah. Bro, I'm sitting there thinking, like, how they finna get out of this? Like, you know, she there, and they finna go try to, like, you know, get the helmet, try to put. I'm like, how? I'm like, you know, all these thoughts are going through my mind. It's like nothing I could come up with to like make sense. And it's just like plot armor saved them all in that situation. Because
now you want to say the plot armor, but you wouldn't admit to it last week when I was talking about Juggernaut and how you got the strongest character on the sideline. He guarding the door like nothing. So what was they called? The Anarchy Avengers. You got Elektra, Blade, Gambit, X-23 going against the Juggernaut.
It's only one.
And then I think they had Azrael. They had Azrael on their team. Azrael is the evil version of
Nightcrawler's dad.
Nightcrawler's dad.
Wait, isn't that Azazel?
Yeah, that's what I said. Azazel.
You ain't said Azazel. You said Azrael.
Yeah.
Man, you know, Forrest Whitaker. You know what I'm saying?
They beat me up today for saying Lewis, and I thought of you because I said I was talking about how Superman killed Lois, but I said Lewis, and everybody was like, Lewis, the dude. I'm like, what? And I thought,
it's not Azrael, it's Azazel. Why are we getting that mixed up?
Azazel.
Yeah, I gotta ask y'all. Have y'all checked out Kite Man? Hell yeah.
Kite Man.
Yeah, Kite Man. On Max. It's
Nah.
the spinoff from that Harley Quinn show.
What?
That or like Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
Oh man, they doing some crazy spin-offs.
Hey.
Yes, Kite Man. Hell yeah. Since I guess that's what he keeps saying all the damn time.
Kite. Huh. He got a kite.
Oh, okay.
Hey, he got a YouTube show. Max.
Oh god. Man, I gotta go watch it.
Yeah, I gotta watch that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it say on there, hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're at the 30 minutes, and this went by kind of fast because we got 3 people. Which I want to talk about next week? Batman.
Yeah, we can talk about that. Y'all watch Batman?
Yes.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, I watched it. I got some thoughts on it.
I didn't think I was gonna like it at first. Just seeing it, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get into this. But I will say, it seems like it's like it takes place like in the 30s or 40s, 1930s or 40s.
Vehicles,
racism never was happening.
Exactly. That's what gets me, man. I'm like, yo, every time I go back, like black people like in the police force and stuff, and black
Yeah.
That won't happening in America. Are you serious?
I'm pulling up on you, nigga. Put some respect on my name.
You already know what it
Put some
is.
respect on my name. Talk. I'm pulling up.